Hey everybody, welcome to SingingSessions.com. I'm Jeremy Ragsdale, and you are watching a teaser video on breathing. So I'm going to give you some information that'll hopefully get you in the right mindset, kind of going in the right direction. Not giving you too much because I reserved all the good details, the juicy details in the memberships. So you're going to have to check it out. Get a standard, silver, gold membership. Like all of those will have a little bit more, each level you go up, a little bit more detailed information about my master plan to being a singer. But today I'm going to give you some basics about breathing. So I'm not sure why so many of you have been misinformed. I'm wondering if maybe your choir directors, some of you had choir directors that focused so much on the emotional part of singing, which is important, but they didn't spend enough time talking about the athletic part of singing, what the actual muscles were. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they spent a lot of their time talking about the emotional stuff, where this is exactly what what kind of accent this is, or this, that, or the other thing. Just the bottom line, my friends, is that your diaphragm is not, contrary to what you may have heard, a magical balloon that exists in your stomach that expands when you need to breathe. No, like your brain has to tell a muscle to do something when you need to do an action. Just like if you're jumping, or if you're running, or if you're, walking, or climbing, or walking on your head, or any of that stuff, your brain tells one particular muscle that it needs to lower so that you can take in air into your lungs. That muscle is called the diaphragm, and it's this flat. This is where my bottom set of ribs are, and there's this flat, kind of slightly concave, pancakey muscle that exists like right about here, right where your bottom set of ribs are. Go ahead and prod yourself a little bit. Sure, you can find it. But like these are my set here, just to prove it. Like, check it out. So, bottom set of ribs, and this concave, pancakey muscle is what fills that exact area of your ribs, just in a straight kind of line, except it's a little concave, so I can't say straight. But I think you guys get what I'm saying. When your brain says, body, I need oxygen, it tells your diaphragm, which is kind of in this like upside down bowl, kind of concave thing, it tells your diaphragm to lower and expand. And so that's, that's pretty much the deal. Your diaphragm is connected to your lungs, which expand out because the diaphragm lowers and expands and forces it to. So as long as you are leaving your throat open to taking in air, you're vacuuming air into your body. It's just a concept of air pressure, and it's just that whole concept. It's physics. So don't let anybody tell you that the diaphragm is just some balloon and it doesn't exist all the way down here. It's more like if this is my belly button and here are my ribs, it all happens in like this upper abdominal area. And so I hope that you can remember this. Whenever you're breathing in, the muscles need to feel like they're moving down and out. One good way to tell if you're breathing out appropriately is if you put your hands on your sides where your rib cage is. When you breathe in properly, you should feel your ribs moving outwards. And now also remember that I said it exists everywhere on that line, right? So that also means in your back too. Same part of your ribs, same like bottom set of ribs. Feel that. And if you can actually get those set of ribs, which are the most like flexible, by the way, if you can get them to move outwards towards the walls when you breathe in, then you've already done a pretty big job. That's one of the biggest parts of breathing in. Now you just have to manage your air as it's going through your throat on the way out, turning into notes. So my big advice to you is hold your breath as you sing. If you have this feeling of holding your breath, then you're essentially going to be conserving as much air as you've just taken in. That air you've just breathed in is like precious cargo, my friends. Like you need to breathe in, hold onto that breath for dear life, and then only use the air that you need to let those notes come out. If you let out more air than you need, then it's going to end up sounding like this. And clearly you don't want that. I mean, some singers in certain styles, yeah, they like to be breathy when they can, but it's really, really hard to maintain that. It doesn't matter what style you're singing, you just can't be here all the time. I could barely even hold my breath just talking like that last sentence. So when you're breathing in, you should feel muscles moving down and out in order to expand your rib cage. On the way out, when you're starting to sing, you should hold your breath as much as you can. So you should keep those ribs out. And so when you conserve the air, you'll be shocked at how little air you actually need to make a clear sound that can get loud. So those are my tips on breathing. I hope you enjoyed, and I certainly hope that you will go to the registration area and sign up for either a standard, silver, or gold membership here at singingsessions.com. I'm Jeremy Ragsdale. I will see you very soon.